What up, everybody? It's live on it's Tuesday, right? Is right, Jody?
Yeah, it's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. I went to click the wrong button. And that means it's changed my mind, so I changed the screen with my man, Jody. What's up, Jody?
Yo, what's good, man? We up in this thing. Let's go ahead and get to these topics. I'm excited to be here.
I'm so
What's
excited.
up, family?
Yeah, sorry it took so long, guys. We're both here for you to have a nice Tuesday night chat. We're going to get some hot and heavy stuff. Jody, I don't know if you saw, I dropped some tea this afternoon. I need a Seagram's to wind down from all that tea I dropped this afternoon. Did you get a chance to catch that out?
I saw that video. Yeah, towards the end, you kind of let loose on it a little bit. You
I don't
dropped
give a
some
shit
dribbles.
anymore.
You didn't spill the cup, though.
No, I got some more. I could spill a cup, but
I know.
I dropped some shit there that I was like, you know what, F
I saw
this.
that video. It was nice.
So anyway, for those who
Little
watch,
by little, some of this stuff is coming out.
It's
Just
coming.
little by little.
When the
more
fans ask,
pulling it out of you.
when the fans support and the fans ask, I'm not gonna hide shit. Fuck that.
I see you got your sugary Kool-Aid drink.
Woo!
there
I
going
save
on.
it for
There
you,
is.
man. You're making me happy tonight, guys.
That flavored water. All right. So, hey, hello, everybody. I see everybody in the chat. What's
With Crazy
good?
Uzo, I see you. Belay, OG. We got Big Brell. We got Zach. We got a lot of Eric. I see Eric Meekins, Chris Walker, my man. A lot of people. The K Dots is in there. Yeah, a lot. Thank you guys all for showing up. You were there early. I saw you waiting. Thank you, man. A lot of Jody's fam in there. Andy, get a Discord channel. I'm gonna do it. It's going to actually, I have one. You can go look up Popcorn Planet right now. I already made it. I just got to get someone to be active. So we're going to talk about three things mostly, and then it's all your stuff. You guys can dictate this whole show. That's what this is about because it's about changing our minds. We are two passionate dudes that love to argue and shake hands at the end of the day. And that's what this sort of show is about. It's a more free form. One of us gets a passion, the other one tries to change the other mind, or we might rally together to see if you can change our minds. And that's what this show is about. And so there's three topics I want to talk about. One, this Snyder Cut. I'm getting sick of it. Look, I got thoughts. We're going to get to it, but put up or shut up. Enough. So we're going to get all in that.
Bro.
We're going to get in that. I want Jody's thoughts. And then we're going to get this Bob Iger and all the Disney execs taking pay cuts. That was almost the title fight. And I thought, no, let's talk Snyder Cut. But all these Disney people taking pay cuts. Yeah, no shit, take pay cuts. Of course you're taking pay cuts. You're not making any money. What are we paying you for? Your employees need the money. You don't. Let's talk about that and who should be taking pay cuts. We're going to really drop some knowledge there. And then lastly, Twitch. I'm on Twitch, guys. And I was telling Jody right before we went online, I'm experimenting there to see if we can make that work. Because let's be honest, everybody, YouTube sucks.
Trash. Freak 'em.
YouTube sucks. So I've been over on Twitch experimenting. It takes like 7 days before we can get monetized. Hopefully by Saturday, Sunday, I'm monetized, and then I might start turning it on fully to see if it can work. But a lot of you have been joining me over there during the day. I did a 3-hour stream this morning. That's where that video about the Honest Trailers came about because they dared me. And I was like, all right, it's where we hang out. It's a much tighter crew. You guys have been supporting like crazy. Thanks to all of you who came. Excuse me, if you're not following me there, please go over to twitch.tv/popcornplanet. The link is in the description. If you're a Twitch member, go follow and get the numbers up and tune in. We'll be there every day this week. And then this weekend to sort of make sure I got my 7 days in to then flip on that affiliation button. And then we're going to go to town. And then Jody, I'm doing this for all of us. If I can figure out how to make this work, I say F YouTube. Let's make a stream party over on, because I was doing karaoke. There's some cool stuff to do on Twitch.
I heard copyrights over there when you play music. That's what Eddie told me, bro. He said he had fun. And let me tell y'all, Jody Joe family out there, if this works out for Andy and he's doing the test run, I'll be over there too, bro.
So my point is, go test it right now with me. Come on over. I'm taking the bullet to see if it's a worthy hit or not. And then once I get the approval, I'm going to tell Jody, dude, try it. Let's do it. And I'll promote the shit out of Jody, obviously. And I got some other tricks there that I'm going to. So we're trying Twitch. You got to be on multiple platforms, guys. So if you like us, I hope I can bring that. I'm helping Jody. I want to make sure we're all over this place, giving you content the best way possible. So thank you. And thank you, Red Samurai.
Thanks, Uso.
Yes,
Samurai.
Red Samurai. I don't want. Thank you for getting me back on topic. I don't want Snyder's Justice League. The Snyder cultist will only demand that he come back after, and we have a better filmmaker with Matt Reeves. I would love to see directors like Chris McGuire and Alfonso Cuarón do Superman and Justice League. Dude, facts. Look, so let's get into this. Thank you. That was a very generous donation. Thank you, Red Samurai. You just totally. It's a very good point of we have a lot of good directors who are currently in there doing new things, and Snyder had his shot. Look, and I'm going to say this before we even get to the topic, Jody, and I want your thoughts. I do think Snyder got screwed by Warner Brothers. Like, I think it's unfair what happened to him, and I think it was a tragedy that happened to him. And while I don't know if his movie's going to make it better, it's got to be better than the trash they put out. And if the dude wants his cut out there, let him put his cut out there. You guys got HBO Max? Just do it. I don't have a problem with the Snyder Cut being out there for the fans to watch, but I'm so sick of him teasing it. Just fucking tell it to us straight already. Is there one or not? What is the form of it? Is the effects in? Like, enough teasing. I'm over it. I was intrigued. I heard some of these purists out, but enough is enough. Zach, tell us what the truth is, or stop talking about it and move the F on. I'm so tired. Jody, thoughts on this? Go ahead.
He looks like a desperate nerd who got a petty date and wants a second and third and fourth date. But she was just being nice. And I don't think that Snyder got done wrong. Snyder had a really, really good shot to the point where he was the Kevin Feige of DC. I mean, he did Man of Steel. He from top to bottom, he was the top dog. He did Batman versus Superman. Top to bottom, he was the top dog. He executive produced the heck out of Suicide Squad. And let's not mention Justice League. So he had a lot of influence over the entire DC universe. And then he had 3 films that he directed and made from the ground up. I think that's enough, especially since his box office returns have been abysmal. And we're talking about Man of Steel, which made $660 million, which was great. That's great. But for that caliber of film, that should make more. Justice League, that should be a $2 billion film.
Absolutely.
Didn't even make $700 million.
Same with Batman v Superman. Film. How the hell do you make a movie so polarizing with the 2 best superheroes in the world? They're absolutely the 2 best superheroes in the world. And rushing it. Interesting start. Interesting start for Man of Steel. When Ben Affleck's seeing the carnage, he's like, oh, I'm gonna get I was like, okay, and then not enough of a build up. It just completely fell on its face.
And Superman couldn't even be Superman yet. By the end of Man of Steel, he just became Clark Kent for the Daily Planet, and you already got him dying in BVS. His sequel, he's dead. You killed him. You introduced Wonder Woman, had him fight Batman, did the Death of Superman story arc, killed Jimmy Olsen, killed all of Batman's rogue gallery, Dick Grayson dead. I mean, all the fans, they creamed at the warehouse Batman scene because it looked cool. And I'll give them that. It looked cool. But they never factored in. And I don't know if they're still doing it to this day. They're not factoring in the damage that BVS did to the future of DC Comics. They couldn't build after that. They had to let him go.
And I got to thank you guys for bringing the chats. I'll get to both of you. I saw you, Red Samurai, again. Thank you, man. You're really stepping up this stream. Mr. Tupac, what's good, fellas? And chat, let's see what's going to happen tonight. Should be interesting, especially that Snyder Cut nonsense. That still won't die. So you're with me. I'm glad to hear it. It's not dying. I want to get to that next. And then Red Samurai stepping up again, man. I love it. Thank you for stepping up.
Samurai cutting shit up.
Cutting it up.
The
best never seen Justice League film is George Miller's Justice League Mortal. Always wanted to see Armie Hammer, DJ Catrona, and Common in their Batman, Superman, Green Lantern costumes. And Jon Stewart is the best Green Lantern, by the way. Dude, you are right. And there's a documentary being made right now. I forget the filmmaker's name, but they're working on that. You can follow on Twitter. They showed Armie carrying his cow, and they've shown some pictures. That's clearly in the works, but that was even longer ago. But I'm with you. I'm way more curious about that. That's the one. If I could be like put back in a time machine and say, all right, you get one. Go to an alternate world where one of these actually happened. Dude, I'm taking George Miller's in a heartbeat, right? Are you with me, Jody?
Hands down, I'm with you 100%. That's the one. That's the one that a lot of fans don't know they want yet because they didn't have a lot of information on it because social media is not really fluffing that. We hear all this Snyder stuff because of Zack. He's the #1 evil dark entity in his basement tweeting all these pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, Warner Brothers is the one that's going to release the Snyder Cut, not Zack Snyder. I don't know if people don't understand that or not. Zack has zero power to release the Snyder Cut.
Right.
That is 100% Warner Brothers saying no, and they've been saying no for 3 years.
Well, and you just said something.
Why would they release it?
You said something really fascinating because here he is. I hate this site. It was the picture, it was the first one I clicked on. But he was doing this stream for Batman v Superman. He said watch party, and he's just teasing again. Look, I got to be honest. At a certain point, it's starting to look desperate, Zach. Like,
pathetic. What
are you doing? Like, you got the army behind you, and I was with you for a little while there. But dude, you got to tone it down. You got to tone it down. I know there's going to be army people coming at me, but I don't get it. I don't get what the hell he's doing now. Now, if this is an epic troll and it's actually coming on HBO Max and they're sort of doing that, then egg on my face and bravo and did it. But I still think all of this turmoil and teasing was unnecessary. I don't understand how it's getting people excited. It's getting people annoyed because there's a lot of people in the Snyder army who are coming at you hard. Like, no, you don't know the truth. It's like, dude, I just want tell me. Then Zack Snyder, tell me the truth, because you could solve this in a heartbeat. But instead, you're letting these trolls and angry fandom keep happening because you can't just spell it out straight in an interview and say, look, there is a cut. It's a work print. It doesn't have all the effects. We want to finish the effects, but Warner Brothers doesn't want to pay for it. That's where the stand of it. And now, look, he may not legally be allowed to say that for some weird reason. Then get someone to say it for you. It's very easy to get that word out there, and it would be so easy to get real statements out to finally just put this to bed instead of letting us keep having to deal with these fans and this teasing. I'm so put up or shut up. Sounds like we're in agreement, Jody.
Well, 100% agreement. It's weird because people think that a real cut that he could drop right now on HBO Max exists. Y'all are going to get ready for some of the most choppy, unedited, unfinished, non-CGI having scenes. Do you guys remember some of those scenes that we saw about a couple years back when he showed the deleted scenes of Flash and Iris, and there was a car and Flash was saving Iris, and how choppy and unfinished and whack that looked?
Yep.
That's exactly some type of footage you're going to get on a jumbled up, edited cluster piece of what you guys would call the Zack Snyder cut. We all know that he did Superman dirty. We all know that Darkseid comes. We all know Lois dies and Darkseid mind controls Superman, continues to piss on the Superman character like you haven't pissed on him and disrespected him enough. Please keep that Snyder cut out of the eyes of these fans, because at the end of the day, as soon as they see the cut, they'll never let DC grow. We are going into a great direction with Joker, Shazam, Aquaman,
Black
Wonder
Adam.
Woman, Batman's coming up. And now, if you release this cut, all the fans are going to do is say, well, Snyder should come back. Snyder's cut was going to be good. Snyder's universe was better. This is weak. Snyder. Snyder. They won't let the universe move forward and grow. I know them. They are freaking crazy. If you think about it, they're freaking delusional.
They hate you.
Do not. And this is exactly, yeah, of course, because I've been a proponent against Zack Snyder since he was actually the head. I predicted his fall. I predicted him being fired, and it actually happened. That's where Jody Thomas come from. A lot of that come from that. I said Warner Brothers was going to let him go because they didn't want him there, and they used the death of his daughter to get him out of there. Yeah, that's probably the shady part, but it's business.
No, it's come on. It is the shady part, and I do think, look,
yeah.
you're gonna believe in a man, then let him finish his friggin' movie. I do stand by that. So I do think you say he wasn't wrong. I feel bad in that regard of, like, you put all this faith in him. He didn't even get his final movie out, so we can't even really judge him on what he made. I do think that sucks for him. But I also agree, like, there's no way that movie's that much better than everyone keeps thinking it is.
It wasn't really faith. That's the point. They never really put faith in Zack Snyder. He was just a guy that came up and said, let me do this movie. All right, go ahead. Oh, I'm going to do this. He kind of just took the reins. DC didn't have any structure back then. They released Green Lantern in 2011, which was supposed to be the start of a universe, and then they instantly canceled it and rebooted with Man of Steel. Christopher Nolan was the one that DC wanted. They wanted Nolan after the Dark Knight trilogy. They wanted Nolan to be Feige. Nolan said no, but this guy Zack, maybe he'll do it. And Nolan was a part of Man of Steel a little bit. That's kind of how you could feel it. And then he said, oh, BVS. BVS wasn't even supposed to be BVS. It was supposed to be Man of Steel 2, a proper sequel to building the character that is Superman. But what did Snyder decide to do? Forget Superman. We already got Man of Steel. Let's change it and throw Batman in there and then have him get killed by Doomsday. This is exactly the problem that DC had. No structure. They didn't have and I'm keeping a buck. Marvel had Kevin Feige. They had the MCU. They had a plan. DC did not have that, and they kind of just let Zack Snyder, for lack of better words, run amok. And he ran that shit into the freaking ground to the point where Batman versus Superman couldn't make $900 million. A Batman and Superman film couldn't make every comic book fan's wet dream that we never thought we would ever see it on film in our lives. It happened in 2016, and it couldn't even scratch $1 billion. Captain Marvel made $1 billion. Iron Man 3 made $1 billion, bro. And Batman and Superman, how? Lack of interest. No one loved Henry Cavill's Superman. Nobody even freaking knew who Ben Affleck's Batman was back then. How you introduce him in? You introduced him in a fighting to the death movie. He should have had his own solo film. It should have been Man of Steel 2. Batman should have had his solo. Wonder Woman should have had her solo. They did a Trinity movie and then show some conflict of BVS a little bit leading up into a proper Justice League after you have a Green Lantern introduced and stuff. But nah, he wanted to rush it, and that's exactly why we're at where we're at with DC. And it took us almost 2 years, plus with the rebirth of Patty Jenkins, showing DC that light and bright is the way to go. Actually doing the superheroes justice how they should be done. It's actually the proper way to do it. Characters who are lighthearted should be light. Dark characters should be dark. It shouldn't be just one way across the board, and DC sees that. Toby Emmerich is the guy. Kevin Tsujihara was a freaking prick, and I'm glad that motherfucker got canceled touching women and shit, because he's the one that said, let's just release Justice League so I can get this money before the fiscal year is over. So many things was wrong at DC that is clean now, and if you bring back Zack Snyder from that old cancerous phase of DCEU into this new era, you're bringing AIDS. You're infecting the body. Let that shit die. Leave that shit alone. I hope it don't come out.
I'm with you all of a sudden. First I want to thank you for Red Samurai for coming at this again. You're awesome. You all together, you just dropped $50. So there we go. Snyder's DC Universe is whack. It's based off of the terrible New 52 reboot in which they kicked out Jon Stewart in favor of Hal Jordan and Cyborg, both of which had terrible chemistry with the GL. I'm not a fan. So, but this is good. Also pivots because I got a colleague of mine in the comments who's like, Jody, you're a fraud because you gave BVS a B+. You gave the Ultimate Edition a B+. What is your
yes?
Please address that so we can put that to bed.
Okay, so let's correction. I gave the Ultimate Edition a B-. The Ultimate Edition is not the theatrical version. The Ultimate Edition as a film got a B-. As a Batman and Superman film, it still holds an F. Just like Man of Steel. I give Man of Steel an A as a film. As a Superman movie, D. Factoring it in. Batman versus Superman has good things in it, the Ultimate Edition especially. Batman versus Superman has very cinematic things to it. As far as cinema goes, you could say it's a good film, B-. But if we're talking about a comic book movie, a Batman and Superman movie, it fails tremendously. So that was the grade that you got for the Ultimate Edition. So hold this L.
There it is.
Nice try, buddy. Nice try.
God forbid we say something and then, oh my God, we said something, so we must not be saying what we actually are saying. We must be friggin' liars. We are so full of it, saving face. I don't know. Come on, Matt. Why are you coming at us so hard? It's all good. It is what it is. He's not afraid to answer any of this stuff.
D stands for these nuts. That's right, Pac.
Sorry, as we're doing this, I'm also trying to log in this because I suck.
And then he forgets a B+. Get your shit straight. I gave it a B-. Even as
isn't that funny how Whisper Down the Lane always works? Well, yeah, but and then it's suddenly just knock down. I love Jody and his thoughts. He's staying here forever. Anybody doesn't like him, get the F out of the chats. Hold on, I saw somebody.
Like WWE, get the F out.
Oh, there we go. K-Dots, I see you through Streamlabs. Thank you, man. I don't know why it didn't. Oh, it must have popped up and I just didn't see it. Sorry, thank you, K-Dots. Superman at super speed and watched a tornado kill his dad. How does that happen? What a trash son to let his dad die. But what a whack father to do suicide in front of his family. Jonathan Kent irritated me. He traumatized his wife and son doing that. Dude, that scene sucked.
That worst. Zack Snyder created Jonathan Kent and ruined
sense.
Jonathan Kent.
It made no sense. I'm with you, man.
Superman is not Superman because he had a trash Jonathan Kent played by Kevin Costner. It's the worst adaptation of any comic book character ever made. He ruined Jonathan Kent. Maybe you should have let the bus full of kids die. What the freak?
I also got to thank
and there was an article put out, Andy. I don't know if you've seen the comicbook.com article about even Zack Snyder fans are questioning if Zack Snyder understands Superman.
So I want to get to that because you made me you dropped this fascinating new scoop that happened during that commentary track. Real quick though, Knock Shadow. Thank you, Knock Shadow, for dropping for that donation. Let's get his thought in, and I want to hear your
Knock Shadow, my good.
Knock Shadow, love you, man. Zack already ruined characters in Justice League, Batman, Supes, Wonder Woman, Flash. DC moving in the right direction without him. It's time to move on. Let DC progress. They will never match Marvel if they don't. Look, I'm with them, and you are true in both all you guys saying that he had a shot. He had a shot, and the movies didn't perform. So, look, that's how Hollywood works. And you could argue, well, yeah, but they didn't really give him the opportunity. But they kind of did, and the fans didn't want it. Now, granted, I'm talking BVS more so than anything. The Ultimate Edition, it does add a little bit more, but it's still got so many problems.
Yeah, it connects it better.
It does. It adds a little bit more, but it's still not
still
a good,
messy.
Yeah, it's still not the film it should have been. And Red Samurai, thank you again. The best version of DC Universe is Bruce Timm's DCAU. It was so smart, and one thing they understood and emphasized was brilliant writing. And for Justice League, they emphasized chemistry. The DCAU is what WB should use as a template. JLU, baby. Red Samurai, baby. You know your stuff, man.
The DC animated universe, yeah, hands down. Bruce Timm, get it. Look, I'm at a point where Bruce Timm, I don't think he wants to do film because a lot of fans said, "Hey, why isn't Bruce Timm doing this?" Because there's something that Bruce Timm and the black one, he has a black partner. I think he might have died, the animator. I'm not sure, but they understood, and what my man put in the comment section in his donation, chemistry. I remember there was a scene in I don't know if it was, I think it was Justice League Unlimited season 1 or 2. Where Batman, where they had such chemistry working together because we've seen them build over a couple of seasons. And we know that Batman is this dude. He's stern, dark, but he still believes in truth and justice, but he has different ways. Superman, very much on the surface level. It is or it isn't. He's very to the point. Truth, justice, America way. He does it a certain way. And we knew that. And there was, let me just say a simple scene. There was a scene, I don't know if it was maybe the Batman animated series. I'm not really sure. But Batman was on the street investigating something. He was in his Batmobile in the driver's seat. And this nigga Superman was in the passenger seat of his Batmobile drinking some coffee. And I'm like, bro, this is tight, bro. It's Superman with his cape sitting in Batman's Batmobile talking to this fool drinking coffee, where we're just having them on screen at the same time blows our freaking comic book loving, superhero loving minds. And it doubles down on my point, how you make a 3-hour Batman and Superman movie and it doesn't even make $1 billion. We should have been leaving that theater with empty nut sacks.
Yes. I mean, honestly though, we should have been like, and I know some did, and I'm glad you enjoyed it. I wish I could have enjoyed it like you did, but guys, that should have been. It was such an easy win. How do you put those two together? And look, even Cavill and Affleck, I'll give it to them. I would have been happy with them doing it. I don't know how they made that such an L. And then Jesse Eisenberg is Lex Luthor. So anyway, I want to hear about the stream because I didn't watch all the stream stuff. I just don't want to. But there was one thing you told me about where Zack Snyder revealed something about BVS. Can you share that again here live for the audience?
There was a point in the watch along where Zack Snyder, you guys have seen in BVS where Batman is gunning the people down, murdering them and shit like that with the bullets destroying the cars. Pow. There was a part somewhere during that stream where Zack Snyder was like, "Oh, those guys are 100% fine. They're okay. They're not dead. They're all right." Bro, they're getting murdered. Batman is murdering these people, and he's talking about they're okay, they're fine, nothing is wrong. They're okay. What? Are you dialing it back, my brother, Mr. Rated R Ultimate Edition, man? What the freak is going on here? I'm like, is this guy delirious? Is he serious right now trying to sell us on this shit? Amongst other things, he was talking about Jimmy Olsen. Yeah, he was basically saying Jimmy Olsen's pretty much nothing, and I gave him something that made him relevant by killing him. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me?
Well, you got to remember here.
He does not understand these characters, bro.
Look, here's what's so funny about that to me. And thank you, Red Samurai. Guys, which directors are your picks for Superman, Flash, Justice League, Green Lantern? I will get to that. We're going to get to that question. You've given a lot, so I'm on. We'll help you. We'll get that topic next. But before I do that, I got to go read this because as you say that, Like, look, before I even go there, I was giving Zack's respect at a certain point because I'm like, you know what? Damn, at least he's sticking by his like beliefs, right? He's got his, he believes in what he believes and he's going to stand by it no matter what the fans say. And so he was going out at a certain time there, firing back at fans who were upset that Batman killed someone. Do you remember this quote? And then he went out there and he's like, oh, like Batman killed a guy. I'm like, really? Wake the fuck up, Snyder said. Mm-hmm. So I guess that's what I'm saying. Once you've lost your virginity to this fucking movie and you come in and say something like that, my superhero wouldn't do that. I'm like, are you serious? I'm like, down the effing road on that. You know what I mean? It's a cool point. Like so anyway, my point is like my heroes are still innocent. My heroes don't lie to America. My heroes didn't embezzle money. My heroes didn't commit any atrocities. I'm like, that's cool, but you're living in a fucking dream world. Like when I read him say these quotes, a part of me was like,
well, let's not forget the part where my hero could get raped in prison.
Yeah, that's right.
In my world, Batman could get raped in prison.
True. He did go on to say that. It's not in this quote, but he did. But anyway. But my point is like, regardless of what you think of the man, like at least he's like leaning in, right? He's standing by what he made and what he believed. Yeah. So for him to now backtrack and now say, "Oh no, they survived. Oh my God, that makes me so annoyed. That really makes me dislike him more because I'm like, what do you mean they're fucking okay? They can't be fucking okay. That is
shit.
He is totally full of shit.
He's full of shit. He's full of shit. That's what it is. I mean, Zack Snyder's at the point where he'll do anything to get back in Warner Brothers' good graces. It's clear. And I know Zack, I know right now he hates Warner Brothers right now. He has a problem with them, but he doesn't want to verbally come out and say it because he knows that there's a chance that maybe if he's a good old boy, Warner Brothers will come and give him an HBO Max streaming cut for his thing. That's what he's hoping for.
Yeah, exactly.
When it comes, here's a prediction. When this Snyder Cut doesn't come out eventually, and Snyder realizes whatever that moment is, it could be this year, next year, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, whenever that point is that it gets through his thick skull that Warner Brothers will not release his cut of Justice League, you will see Zack Snyder take to social media, make a video, whatever the frick he does, and he's going to bash them.
Yeah, I don't disagree. And I see some of you guys in the comments like, oh, he was joking, you shills. Dude, I watched the video of him talking about it. He wasn't joking. He was like with a bunch of fans and he was just like, he was pissed off.
He was mad.
And he was mad. He was not joking. So you want to call us shills and get your facts straight because you're wrong. He actually was very passionate. I watched the man say it. It's on video. So go rewatch it yourself. Do your research, you ignorant ass. It's like, get the hell out of here, because he's not a shill.
Before you come in here, bro.
Yeah. Go. Why are we weird?
Wait.
What the fuck is this?
Wait, you idiot. What would we be shilling? What are we shilling?
Dude, who are you? Put an icon there. You're just. This guy. I've seen him.
How are we shilling? Shilling means you're hyping something up and saying something is better than it is with the back end.
Shilling for what? Who are we shilling for?
What are we shilling? What is that? You don't even know the definition of what it means, you douche.
Look, if you guys and like, see, Aaron, it's definitely okay. You're being a little nicer about it. That's fine. But maybe he's not. I don't know. But anyway, this it wasn't a joke. It wasn't a joke. It absolutely was not a joke. So I don't want those comments coming in as we're talking like they're fact. Fake news. Oh, Terry, thank you, Terry. It's got an alert from Terry to check something. Let's see what we got. Terry. Ooh, bam, Terry. Thank you. Let's see what it is. I've got money. Woo, Terrence Hall. Thank you, my man. Andy, $20. Thank you, my man. Andy and Jody, you are the YouTube dream team. I agree. I love when I get to talk to you, Jody.
Who said that?
That was Terrence Hall. Yep, Terrence.
Oh, tight.
Thank you, man.
I know that name.
Thank you, man. Terry Hall over there. Bravo, okay, Terry. Really, that helps a lot. These streams are where I really try to hopefully get your guys' support to really make sure I make up for all the rest of the week. So thank you guys. Jody gets it every day, but if I'm like at least my 2 nightly streams, let's make it rain.
This is doing great. You guys are doing great.
So you guys are doing awesome. Yeah, I appreciate it. Cash App for Jody as well. Money sign over there. Money sign Jody's Corner. You can support him as always. Money sign our names. Jody's Corner. Money sign. It's all down there.
Look at this.
Here we go. Here's some Zack Snyder shield dollars. What are your thoughts on? Thank you. I'll take it. Hey, I'll take it. It's not popping up on the thing. It should have, but I'll take it. Should have, but I could have. Thank you for the shield dollars. I'll take them all day long. All right, so Red Samurai.
Let's say this. I don't think there's nothing wrong with people who like BVS, man. I just feel like you could like the film, and I'm fine with that. But when you come at people and say They don't know the character Superman. They don't know Batman. They don't understand. That's when you're going to get flamed. Because now I'm going to let you know that you don't know Batman or you don't know Superman. Because Superman, under any circumstances, is not a murdering psychopath. And in Man of Steel, he was very much that. You know, he didn't have to kill Zod. He didn't have to snap his neck. Stop it. I mean, if someone even said something so obvious. If Zod wanted to kill those people, all he had to do was look to the right. He didn't have to turn his whole head. And I'm like, what? But it's just dumb. It's just a dumb. Zack Snyder went that far out to expose Superman's inner darkness, to show that, yeah, he was so thirsty with making Superman dark. He lost himself with understanding that, yeah, Superman does tend to have moments where he battles within his own morality, but there's certain limits he will never go to. And Man of Steel kind of exposed that. And I think that Snyder's bloodlust for dirtying up Superman got the best of him in the end of the day.
I'm so fascinated. Tony and all these other people, like, he was trolling at the haters to say Batman is killed. Dude, he was not trolling. I didn't buy that at all. I don't think you can
find that video.
You can not find it. Yeah, we'll find it. I want to say Eduardo. Well, I'm going to find it because I'm sick of this debate back and forth. Let's watch it together so we know. But Eduardo, thank you. Red Skull Dancing, hashtag Red Skull Dancing, hashtag Shrimp and Waffles. He's been watching my Twitch streams. I have a Red Skull mask and I put it on and I was watching Twitch streams. My God, Twitch is weird. And then we also Shrimp and Waffles is the new hashtag. Every time you want to go watch SJU in the morning, we made this code because I'm blocked. If you mention me or anything on Screen Junkies, it gets muted. So the new one was hashtag Shrimp and Waffles. So that way we can just try and, if you're ever in there, just hit that and see if they say that, because then we snuck in there in a code word. And then we're like, what is Shrimp and Waffles? Oh, shit, I just gave in to Andy. But I saw, I'm going to go back to Red Samurai. You sent a couple of things over here. Let me make sure I got them real quick because you've been giving a lot. Which guys?
Jody gave BVS Ultimate Cut a B grade. Now you're bashing it. I gave it a B-, and that's the Ultimate Cut. That is a DVD release. We're talking about BVS, the theatrical release. I don't identify DVD movies.
There you go.
Go ahead, Andy.
Set facts. Which directors are your picks for Superman, Flash, Justice League, Green Lantern? Yeah, what do you think?
Superman, Patty Jenkins. Flash.
Ooh, yeah. That makes sense.
I love the director of Back to the Future doing it. I can't get his name right now. But I love when he was tied to it.
I broke that story actually first, and then he didn't come into it for real. But I think Zemeckis doing a Flash because he can do the heart. He does really good camera work, and the future stuff. I think it would have been interesting to see him trying to tackle, because I don't think he would have been such a fan that he would have gotten bogged down and too complicated. He would have made it grounded and interesting. So I'm with you on that one. But yeah, I don't even know anymore. Why can't George Miller come back? I want to see his take.
He's really old.
Yeah, so don't be an ageist.
No, I mean, is he gonna live to finish the film? That's what I'm thinking about.
I don't know. It's so hard, like directors these days. Like movies are just different. I'm with you on Patty Jenkins.
I ain't gonna lie. Some of these directors be living long. Clint Eastwood is still alive somewhere, jogging, bro.
It's true. I don't want to see him do any of these movies though. I'm curious to see Greg Berlanti.
What did you say, Green Lantern?
I'm curious to see Berlanti's Green Lantern because some of his stuff's been okay. Some of it's obviously tacky, but if he can do like a big budget actual, like, because my problem with the DC on CW shows, they make them fill too many hours. It's obviously a soap opera and it gets ridiculous, but like Flash season one is beautiful, guys. Like, especially those first 10 episodes.
I heard it was decent.
I really liked season one, and it keeps me going just because I like that one the best, because it worked for me, and I think it has the heart that it needs. So it's like if Berlanti can go a little darker and not be forced to fill in 22 hours and all the soap opera cheap drama that they got to do week to week, it becomes like, okay, we've seen this already a million times. If he can go in a cool direction, I'd love to see what Berlanti does for the HBO Max Green Lantern series. So I think that's what we're going to see. I don't know if there's going to be a movie, and he's already doing that one, so hard for me to predict where they could go with that. But like, as for like who could do it, I don't know. It's so hard to like. There's not like a lot of directors right now where I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. I don't follow directors like I used to for some weird reason. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like it's like they're all jumping from blockbuster movie to blockbuster movie, and I don't feel like they're really making movies. Like Nolan, Wes Anderson, like the filmmakers actually make movies like their own. I don't really want them to go make superhero movies. You know what I mean? So. It's tough for me to answer that question. I never would have thought Taika Waititi would do a good Hulk movie. You know what I'm saying? So I want the director to come in who's passionate and talented,
Yeah, I think Mel Gibson needs a shot. I'm a real big fan of Mel Gibson as a director. I would love for him to do a Green Lantern movie. I'm down for it. What else did he say? He said Green Lantern, Superman,
Justice League, Green Lantern, Flash, and
Justice
Superman.
League. Oh, Joss Whedon, hands down, from beginning to end. Joss Whedon would do a fantastic Justice League movie because he understands the characters, and if he's given the shot to do it from top to bottom, he would do a really good job.
Yeah, no,
he got Superman right. He actually got Superman and Wonder Woman on point in the same film.
What I was going to say, Eduardo just made a good point. Thank you, Eduardo. What movie could James Mangold direct for DC? Was he up for something now? There was what did he just
Gold, something like that.
What was the rumor he just signed up for? Sorry, I just reported. No, he's doing Indiana Jones. He's jumping into Indiana Jones, the new one with Harrison Ford. So he's tied up for a while. But look, I like.
I see him doing.
I like Mangold,
something like that.
I like Chris McQuarrie. I like his Mission Impossible stuff. Has been interesting. So I wouldn't mind seeing that. I'd love to see Brad Bird.
And let's not forget, Ava DuVernay is doing New Gods. We're not talking about it as much because they announced it like a year ago.
Not an
Ava DuVernay is doing New Gods.
Not an Ava fan. Sorry.
No, not.
I mean, what has she done to really earn it? I feel like she's just stepped up, and they treat her like she's the next best thing. But like, okay, I mean, I liked her doc.
She did A Wrinkle in Time,
which was not that good.
Didn't like it. I heard it was boring.
So I mean, look, I got to see her step up. I feel like people.
Did she do Selma?
She produced it. I thought. Did she direct it?
I believe she directed and did.
Oh, okay. All right. I liked Selma.
Behind Selma.
Did she? Okay, I like Selma.
I believe she's behind Selma.
Okay, fine. There you go.
And she did the best piece of work that I've seen on Netflix to date, When They See Us.
Yes, When They See Us. Is what
Central Park 5.
Yes. But I'm saying that doesn't make me jump into like, oh yeah, make superhero movies. That doc was great. But
the fact that she did A Wrinkle in Time, which is a big CGI spectacle, combined with the fact that she's a really good director, I think that they said, hey, how about a really good CGI?
I got no beef with her. I don't.
Me neither.
I can't get obsessed with her. I can't be like, yes, I need to see the next Ava DuVernay movie. Like I need to see more from her. But what was I saying? Shit. Oh, Brad Bird. I'd love to see Brad Bird, who did Incredibles and stuff. I'd love to see him come back. Okay. He did Mission Impossible, Ghost Protocol. He did Tomorrowland, which was like a little bit of a misstep. But, Iron Giant, a lot of animated stuff. I'd love to see him tackle one of those. Green Lantern.
I like that.
I don't know what he's working on these days, but I don't know if he'd want to sign up for something like this, but he's in with Disney more, so maybe he'd want to do more Marvel stuff. But maybe he wants to get out, try something new. Sorry, I see a lot of you coming in. I'm trying to get through some of your questions. What movie? Here we go. Supernovas, thank you. Or the Novus. A live-action PS4 Spidey film would be better for the future of Spidey franchise than other Holland film. Changed my mind. I haven't played the game because I don't have a PS4, but I really want to. If I had one, I'd be playing it for sure. But so I can't answer that definitively. But I don't mind Tom Holland. I know you don't like him as much as I do, Jody, but I don't mind where they're going with the MCU with him, so I don't know if I agree with that. Plus, we already have the Spider-Verse. To me, that's the best thing they got going, even better than Holland. So I don't want to mess it up. Could you integrate the PS4 Spidey into the Spider-Verse? That could be cool. That could be an interesting way to do it. And then what movie could Mangold direct for DC? I don't know. I mean, I think he's going to be tied up with Indiana Jones, which is an interesting thing for him. I'm curious to see how that nets out for him. Are you excited? Does that make you more excited?
You just do Hawkman.
All right,
something like Hawkman, a Hawkman movie. I can see him doing that.
I was just reading about Hawkman because I did my Black Adam.
And I think Hawkman's coming. I think Hawkman's coming out too. Because he's gonna, like you said, your breaking news exclusive that got 800 views. What type of shit is that? Freaking YouTube ain't shit.
That's what put me on Twitch because I was like, come on, this is a cool scoop.
Oh my.
Hawkman and Hawkgirl are in that, and that could be an interesting to take spin off with that. That could be, and I was learning about the nth metal. I think is how you say it. There's a lot of interesting stuff there, and how they live from generation to generation. There's absolutely something there because
reincarnated and stuff. Yeah, so I definitely could see them doing that.
I have the OG Super Friends figure.
Oh, there he is.
But yeah, there's something. He seems a little silly, but no, I think there's a lot to that character. You could actually make something cool. The gods and everything.
Oh shoot! Look at this. Look, here comes a guy who donated that I banned from my channel, who's a huge Snyder fan, who just dropped $5.
All right, hold on, we'll get that. But Red Samurai, I want to make sure I got all his because he's been given a lot. What are your top 3 superhero films? Mine are Batman, Mask of the Phantasm, Dread, Unbreakable. Oh, it's such a hard question. But top 5. What's your favorite? Let's just do one. Favorite superhero film. If you had to pick one. He picked Dredd, Unbreakable,
Master. Did he say superhero
you're
film?
Counting
comic book
Dredd.
film?
You're counting Dredd. I wouldn't call him a superhero
If you're counting Dredd,
film.
then it's not. It's comic book film then.
Same with Unbreakable. I mean, Unbreakable's a superhero movie, and that's hard, man.
Dredd ain't. V for Vendetta.
I'm still thinking. That's
V
a hard
for Vendetta.
one. I got to keep thinking about it. I'll try and do it by the end of the show if I can. But thank you. Keep them coming. I'll for your spur in the conversation. I agree. And Eduardo said not DC, but Mel Gibson doing Punisher would be dope. I would watch a shit out of that. Mel Gibson doing Punisher. Would you be in for that one? You'd watch anything. 100%. It sounds like.
I watch anything Mel Gibson does. He's really good. I love him. He's a racist, but god dang if he ain't a good creator.
No, exactly. And then is this fourth 1000? That's who you banned from your channel?
That guy, I banned him like 2 years ago. Here he is. We're talking about Snyder, so you know whenever I talk about Snyder, no matter where I go, they pop up. Here he is.
Do you want me to read this or not?
Yeah, go for it. Go for
it. He's being nice. Has he been mean in the comments? Let's see. Jody, Snyder never got Superman wrong. He wasn't true Superman, yet he only accepted the title before going to kill Doomsday and dying. Context, man. I mean, look. I don't know what the history there.
He wasn't Superman in BVS yet. Still, you mean tell me 2 films, 2 movies? He still wasn't Superman.
I mean, yeah. And I agree with Jody on this. I'm not a fan of it either. So you got to come at me, I guess, as hard, and they'll block you.
Come on, man. Listen. We seen a whole Superman movie in Man of Steel, and he wasn't Superman in that. I'm still to this day saying that. And now you mentioned a BVS scene because you said he only accepted the title before going to kill Doomsday. So you mean to tell me until the end of BVS is when he finally became Superman? Do you think?
And then dies.
That's true.
And then dies.
Because
what a waste.
You're talking about context. Let me get you. I'm gonna get you right now. You do know the Snyder Cut that you're lobbying for has Superman coming back from the dead, them killing Lois Lane, and then making Superman evil, right? Manipulated by Darkseid, right? You know Superman in Justice League Snyder Cut is evil, right? So please tell me what the freak you're talking about context. He's not Superman yet. He wasn't, newsflash, he was never going to be Superman under Snyder, my dude.
It's true.
That cut you want, Superman is evil, bruh. He's a murderer, bruh. You saw that,
in the
that
black,
scene in BVS?
Yep, black suited murder.
He's a killer. So please, what are you talking about? Context, dude. Context.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, as Ryan says, the S doesn't stand for Superman.
Right. It's a shield.
Stands
for
my
family.
Stands for hope.
Bruh.
Oh, God, stupid. What a stupid movie. I'm sorry. I'm not going to hide it. I fucking hate that movie. It's so stupid.
This is freaking crazy.
Such
it's
a stupid movie.
Like, what's going on?
At some point, this next couple months, I'm going to rewatch Man of Steel. We're going to do an episode where we have
It's
to be.
It's a really good movie, Andy, but it's a terrible Superman film.
We're going to have to go through and look at it from the devil's advocate. I want to do a whole episode where we can't talk shit about it. And we got to come in and try and do it'll be like an opposite day. It'll be the stream. The Change Our Mind opposite day edition where we have to come in and defend that movie. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you've subscribed, join, all that stuff, because at some point we're definitely doing opposite day on this channel. Andy just made my day reading your Snarky.
No, Post 76. He says Jody never forgot that Christopher Reeve Superman murdered Zod. Where to show him die? I remember him going down a black hole that probably is an infinite fall. Where's he dead at? That's probably another entry to the fandom zone for all we know.
We're doing so well, and then it takes one guy to trigger you, and you just.
I'm sorry. No, because people think Plo's trying to throw salt, but he don't know. Where does it show Zod die in Superman 2? Where to show him die? Where? He fell down a freaking dark hole. Oh, Lois punched Elsa down there. Oh, fell down there. None of them died, bruh. Because it didn't show him die. Anyway, my bad.
No, it's all good. Dude, it's your show. Do whatever the fuck you want. So what were we saying? All right. So I look, we've handled the Snyder Cut a lot. I want to go to this other topic, unless you got anything else to go there, because I feel like no one's changing my mind on this. And dude, the bottom line, as it took 45 minutes to get there, Zack Snyder. Let me go my close up. Zack Snyder, look, man, I don't have a problem with you. I respect you more than people realize I do. Look, I got nothing wrong with you. You made a movie. You made a choice. You made a choice I didn't like, but you made a choice. So I got to give you got balls, man, and you did it, and you went and you tried to do it. And I don't like that Warner Brothers and then cut you off your balls, and then it got Josh Whedon to come make it all quippy during your family tragedy. That was low. So I'm on your side. And I've turned on your side more than I ever was because I'm on Screen Junkies. I took shits on your movies. So you got me. You got me back. I got your back. But man, shut up already. Put up or shut up. Enough. It only goes so far. I can only complain about Screen Junkies and Honest Trailers like one every, I don't know, Jody, 20 videos before it gets really fucking obnoxious? Mm-hmm. So, Zach, it's all we're getting from you. It's like there's more to you than just this cut that you're like so hung up on. Like, it's looking desperate. Enough is enough. I support you still. Put it out there. Okay, great. Warner Brothers put it out there. But like, tell us the truth or get someone who could speak and just get it out there in the truth and say the facts, which I've talked to people who know this. There's not a finished cut. It's a work print with effects that need to be done. It's not a finished thing. So why can't we just be honest? Be honest, my man. We'll have your back. We still will. People will like you more, and then we'll dislike Warner Brothers. Anyway, I had to get that off my chest. There we go. That's my.
I'm gonna drop some breaking news right now.
Okay, go for it. And then Red, I see you. Red Samurai. Thank you.
Shout out to Red Samurai. You want to hit that one first before I give you guys?
I don't want to get a lot. Well, real. If you're breaking news, let's just get through these and then we'll go. Bunda. Love you, Bunda. How you doing, man? He dies at the end of BVS because there's actual consequences in that fight. Unlike the Captain America Civil War airport fight, all that thing is a bunch of noise. Look, you're respectful. I will bring you on if you want to do a nerd war someday, even if it's just audio, whatever. Dude, I'm down. Let's do that fight. Any day you want, you say the word, DM me, you got my info. I will have this fight to the death because I love you and I just disagree with you. And then Red Samurai, the best versions of post-crisis Superman come from these stories. Here you go, guys. Take notes because Red Samurai seems to really know his stuff. Superman TAS for all seasons. Whatever happened to Truth, Justice, and the American Way, and Tomasi and Gleason run. These are the stories for true Superman fans. All right, look, I got to catch up, but because everyone always says I'm not a true fan, but I want to. Those are good things to know. And then Eduardo, thank you, Eduardo, stepping up. Bravo, man. This happens. It's starting to rain. Keep it raining, guys. Keep it raining. This happens with BVS, the sequel. Trilogy, etc. Whenever people do slim pickings, they try to defend them. It's not that good in a movie. It's not that good a movie. It's almost petty. You can like whatever you want. It doesn't mean it's good. Yeah, well, look, I mean, it means it's good to them, right? But we're also allowed to dislike it, right, Eduardo? So that's what yes. But thank you for that. I agree. They're trying to defend. They're like. They find the smallest thing, as he's saying there, and then it sort of justifies that it's a fantastic film. Look, box office doesn't say that. There's a lot of fans out there that should have loved that movie and they didn't. And then we got fourth thousands back again. Man of Steel, First Contact. BVS, a Batman who isn't Batman anymore versus Superman yet. He accepts the role by claiming Earth as his home. Jesus. Look, you can say that to Jody, but say it to me because I'm going to hear you now. What are you fucking talking about? This is like, what? First Batman, Man of Steel is the First Contact. BVS is a Batman who isn't Batman anymore. Yeah, that sounds boring and sucks. Versus a Superman who's not Superman yet. That's not the fucking movie I wanted, Fourth 1000. I'm glad you wanted some shitty, depressed version of Batman and Superman who don't even know who they are and they're stupid, emotional stunting of, I'm not Batman, I'm not Superman. Well, great. This is the perfect time to fight when we don't know who we are. Yeah, beautiful job, Snyder. Like, what are you talking about? How does that make it better? Just because there's a reason makes it better? Those heroes should have been at the height of their powers fighting. Like, come on. Frank Miller, Dark Knight Returns, that showdown is brutal, and it's awesome. And it's so much better. And that Martha, come on, you're ignoring Martha? Was stupid. Get out of here. Come on, Jesus, that you keep trying to defend this garbage. All right, you like that, Jody? I got your back. All right, let's break this news. What do you got?
It's logic. It's just logic. If you use logic, you come to these conclusions. But the Zack Snyder army is undeniably, they're like Nazis to Hitler, bro. Heil Hitler to the death. They'll take a cyanide pill for Zack Snyder, bro.
It's true. They so will. It's ridiculous.
Take a cyanide.
Well, yeah, take that. I don't mind people disagreeing with me in the comments. Just keep it civil, all right? Keep it civil.
Yeah.
Don't come at us or the fans, whatever. The fans want to have fun, have a nice conversation there. It's okay if you argue a little bit.
Every now and then, you need some Snyder fans to argue and debate with, because it kind of refreshes you.
And look at this. Oh, and he's just defending Jody for the money. No, I'm defending Jody. Jody, when I defended Jody, I wasn't getting any money. I was defending Jody because I like Jody. I came on Jody because Jody had my back. That's more important than money always. And it's been nice that now once we've clicked, oh shit, money comes because people like it. That's what happens when we're genuine, sincere, being real people. I keep sitting here listening to the haters, why would I do that? Why would I be here listening to you guys just argue? No, you're a shithead. You're a wrong scumbag. Who wants to come to that channel? You wonder why I'm blocking you and kicking you guys out? Because you're just not engaging in a fun, civil way. I love a heel. I love a good heel who can come civilly fight us. But my God, the fuck, Jesus Christ, these people.
Where were
nuts.
Those donations when Andy was trying to do it y'all way? Nowhere. Now he's being honest in himself.
And notice these chats are because and these chats are coming in because they want to get in this conversation because we're having good conversation. I don't want to have little bickering bullshit with two people who don't even support me. Get the F out. It's not what it's about. You are just jealous and you're rosy. So you can say whatever you want about Jody. Jody and I still disagree about a lot of shit, but we respect each other and that's what this is about. And I think the audience is connecting to us because we're titans in this space that have connected and we jive well. And we like to push each other and have fun, though, and shake hands. All right, enough of the bullshit in the comments. Thank you for the support, though, all you guys who are supporting. Let's break this news. I'm going to your close-up. Go ahead, Jody.
Oh, yeah. Shoot, I forgot all about that. So there's a lot. There's a lot more that I know about a situation. But I'll leave that. I'm going to give y'all a sliver of what's going on here. When Joss Whedon took over Justice League. Now, when Joss Whedon took over Justice League, it was more of Warner Brothers saying, look, finish this script, finish this movie. Zack is out and, just finish this movie. A lot of people say, a lot of people wanted to say, oh, Joss is dirty. They didn't give him a shot. They were hating on Joss because Joss took over where Snyder left off. But Joss never had a problem with Snyder. He was just getting paid to do a job that he wanted to do. But I can confirm to you guys that I've never even said, and even on my channel, I don't know why I thought about it, didn't say nothing, but there's more to it, more to come. But this one is true. I've talked to and this has come straight out of, I don't want to say who it is, but let's just say this person is as close to Snyder as my
I wonder who it could be.
Good friend is to me. This person is as close to Zack as my best friend would be to me. Let's just say that. So I talked to him. I was talking to him, having discussions with him. He's an employee of Warner Brothers. I believe even still to this day. It was on set for a Warner Brothers project that I was on. And he just told it like it is. Zack Snyder does not like Joss Whedon. He thinks he's for lack of better words, he thinks he's a detestable person and wants him out of DC. And he felt some type of way when Joss Whedon took over Justice League, bro. Zack Snyder does not like Joss Whedon. And that's what I'll leave there. And this is 100%.
I'm tweeting that. We just dropped it. Just dropped an exclusive.
100% confirmed. This is nothing. This is not what article? Nah, articles only report. This is only by knowing someone who knows someone.
And you're putting your reputation on this, that this is real.
100%. Zack Snyder does not like Joss Whedon, and he didn't like the fact that he finished his film. He thinks he's for lack of better words, I won't say the words, he's let's just use the word piece of shit. Let's just throw that out there.
I love how you just tiptoe around, but no, he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, so that and when I know, and plus all the other information that I know from talking to this person, all that combined with what he's doing now, him having these little watch parties and throwing these pictures out, lets me feel like this. I'm starting, and I've always been the type of person where if I confront Zack Snyder in any space out here in LA, hey, I'll be like, Zack, what's up, man? Like, is it gonna be a problem, or let's have a beer, let's talk? Because I'm cool with him as a person, Everything that I say about the man has been on the creative aspect. Zack Snyder looks like a cool dude who's cool to kick it with and chill with. He seems like a cool guy. He's fashionable. He seems like you can say anything to him. That's dope. But I gotta admit that him on these tirades, knowing everything that I know about how he feels about certain people, knowing all these things, and knowing what other directors feel about him. Now you got to understand that too. Knowing other writers, other producers, knowing all that makes me feel, and what he's doing here, it's making me look at him, and maybe it's making me start to not like him as a person, because this is him being bitter, being petty, and I'm thinking like, dude, move on. You are a good director when targeting certain projects. You're wasting time with this shit. Go do that Netflix stuff you were talking about. Go do it independent. Build your name back up. Get out there and do some films, bro. You sitting here, you've halted your career, bro, for almost 4 years. Let's think about that. Even you Snyder fans, he has halted his own career for 4 years because of, well, his daughter tragedy, right? Let's give it. It was not even a year after his daughter died. He was already talking about going back to work, doing this, doing that. Snyder cut this, not. All right. So 3 years you haven't done anything, bro. Because of this Snyder cut stuff, you got this gripe that you have because you don't like so many people over there at Warner Brothers right now. Bro, move on. You are, if we're keeping it 100, you are depriving your fans of content. If I'm a fan of Snyder, I'm mad. Yeah, I do want your Snyder cut if I'm a fan of you, but I'm mad that you're not making those films like 300 and Watchmen and shit like that. I just seen the Owl movie. What was it? Guardians of some shit? That shit was tight.
Yeah.
That shit was tight. Bruh.
Dude, Dawn of the Dead.
Make films. 2004. Exactly. That's another good movie with Ving Rhames.
I bought this 4-pack just for his Dawn of the Dead because it's great. He's a director. So I do have his back in that regard, but this is interesting news because it makes sense, right? It's not something you ever want. They're never going to admit. But, I'm sure when it happened, Zack didn't really have much of a choice, right? Because obviously I would hope and imagine like he wasn't even thinking about the movie because obviously he's going through, I can't even imagine. That's like literally the unimaginable. Last thing you're thinking about is a fucking movie and who's taking over, right? And then obviously as time settles and you need to move forward as people do, he's never going to move on from that. But you know what I mean? Like once you get to the point where, all right, I got to distract myself and get back into movies. And then you realize, really, fucking Joss Whedon? You couldn't have gotten a more opposite tone than that guy. And it's just weird because Joss came in with clearly didn't give a shit because he came in and just joked the shit up, which was literally so clear that the writing on the wall was just that DC's like, make it like Marvel, make it like Marvel, make it like Marvel. They brought the Marvel guy in to literally joke it up. Like, how much more?
He did a great job, bro. He saved Superman. Joss.
I love that end with Superman and the Flash. That scene was the best part of the movie.
Bro, I almost died. Bro, that's the best after credit scene of a film I ever seen in my life, bro.
Amen.
He single-handedly saved Superman. All you Superman fans out there, Joss Whedon single-handedly and Wonder Woman saved Superman and Wonder Woman from disaster, bro. Utter disaster. Saved those characters.
No, he totally did. So anyway, so that would look. That's just something that I would imagine you say in private that you just can't do in Hollywood. You can't come out and as Zack Snyder like, Joss Whedon. They don't. No one has the balls to do that because you can't. And that's you have to be out of Hollywood like I am to certainly say that. Yeah, look, that makes total sense. It makes total sense. So I buy it. The fact that Zack wouldn't be a fan of Joss, why would you be? He came in. I mean, look, at the same time, it's like he did him a favor. He came in and got the movie done. But at a certain point, you're just like, well, why not delay the movie? This is a tragedy. Like, shouldn't you respect my vision and do it? See, so that's where I got Zack's back because it's like Warner Brothers is shady, man. Warner Brothers is shady. Now, look, I get it. And I'm with you. It's like, I don't know if Snyder's would have been better, but it's still shady to you pay a guy, you put all the cards on the table, let him do it, and then you're like, nah, midway through, no. Like,
let's
there's 3 movies in, dude.
Let's lay the cards on the table. Even if here's what's fun. Even if, and I'm talking to the Snyder fans, and I'm gonna play. I'm really gonna try to throw it out there because let's talk facts. After Justice League was finished, Zack's contract was up, and he was going to get fired regardless. even if his daughter didn't die, his contract was up with Justice League. That was the final film that Zack Snyder had with Warner Brothers. And I predicted, bro, as soon as the last screen, all right, that's a close. We're wrapped. Warner Brothers was going to come out and hand him his peak notice. That's just what I was saying. And they did it a couple weeks before then. That is the contract that he signed. He was already on the way out. So if this Justice League movie was completely finished by Zack Snyder, came out and was the train wreck that I know it is, because I know that movie's going to be trash. And Snyder fans loved it because we know they're going to love it because they love all his shit, even the trash like BVS. And he's no longer in Warner Brothers anyway. So what are we going to be fighting over? Are you Snyder fans just want Justice League and that's it? Let's be honest. No, y'all don't. Y'all want Snyder to still be making these movies. Y'all want Snyder to make y'all want Snyder to be in Matthew Reeves' position, don't you? You want him to make that Batman movie. You want Snyder to do a Justice League movie in the future. Y'all still want Snyder to work for Warner Brothers in this new era that we're in. When in actuality, the contract was already expiring after Justice League and he was already going to make an exit. So that's what I don't understand. And I don't know if you guys realize that his contract was up after Justice League. He would have been gone anyway. They just got rid of him about a month or two earlier due to his daughter passing, in a tragic way. I made a video about it, really sad, and I gave my praise, my condolences and all that. But it doesn't change anything. The only thing that's changed is you're going to get your complete dark trash movie. But will you guys take that movie and ride off into the sunset and shut the freak up? No, you won't. We know that. You will not shut up. You will still promote and ask him to be here.
Yes, I agree. Well, I got a lot to say, but I've seen a lot of you guys have been supporting, and I got to thank Bruce Wayne came in at the end there, $20 on the Cash App. Boo, 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 boo. For you defended Jody. You defended Jody. Here's some money. I'll always be doing that. So thank you, Bobo. And then Samuel earlier. Samuel, I forgot. I don't know if you're watching, but Samuel at Diemide, he dropped $10 when I was like, do I post that video about me shitting on Screen Junkies? He's like, post that effing video. F those guys. So thank you for that support earlier as I'm checking my Cash App as you guys are sending. Thank you. And then there was a couple others. I'm just making sure, PayPal, whatever, just alert me. Or I should get the alert now. I turned my phone on. And then I saw UK Dots in the Streamlabs. You had asked a question. One more thing to wreck that garbage BVS movie. How does Superman inhale kryptonite and live? He almost died on Zod's ship for not being able to breathe the atmosphere. We see how kryptonite bullet messes him up. He inhaled kryptonite gas and lived. Bullshit. I actually never even considered that. Very, very worthy part. That is super shady. And then Fourth Wall. You want me to come at you? Fourth 1000. Let me. Sorry, I'm gonna close up just so I can take him out again for you. Is that why Jody creamed in his pants, giving Batman? Sorry, let me start that again. Is that why Jody creamed in his pants over the Ultimate Edition of BVS? Now he's sour. Damn, dude, did a backflip and gave it a B+. Go look it up. Actually, if you watch the stream, gave it a B-, and he gave the DVD version a B-, and he wasn't rating it as a Superman movie. So actually, go do your real facts and actually watch the stream if you're gonna come and hate. But thanks for your $2. $5. Okay, I was gonna say, step up and at least pay more if you're gonna troll. You've spent $10 to troll tonight. I banned you 2 years ago, bro. So you need to spend more if you want to keep. Come on, $15. He's done 3. But hey, keep trolling. I'll keep fighting. I'll just reply for Jody on your behalf and F the haters. And then Red Samurai is back in here. What are your guys' thoughts on the new Batman film? Any cool highlights you guys are interested in? For me, Pattinson is amazing and can't wait for the Riddler. Now, look, Jody and I fought about this. I don't know how much is true or not. But we fought on Yin and Yang and everything. That you're like, F it. I'm excited. I love that we're getting a new one. I'm like, all right, finally, some fresh blood. I just watched.
In the middle.
I watched Good Time, that by the director of Uncut Gems. I liked it so much better than Uncut Gems, but for the record. But
it's just like Uncut Gems.
I know, but
it's a heart-pounding mess.
The ending's better, and I thought it still had. I don't know. There were just parts of it that made more sense overall. But it is. You're right. It's the same sort of like uncomfortable feeling. But I don't know. There was something about it that made me think. Midnight, thank you for donating through Streamlabs. I feel like we haven't seen Whedon really have full creative control. Avengers 1 came close, but he still had had more in his bag. I agree. The guy would have made a Justice League and Avenger 3-4 next level. I don't disagree, but Ultron sucked. Ultron
was corporate mess with.
Awful. I'm hoping that's why. Just the same reason why Iron Man 2 sucked, because Favreau couldn't have it. But I just want to point out, I do agree that would have been interesting to see. And then I want to get your thoughts on Batman.
The only complete movie that he has is Avengers 1, and it's fire.
Oh, interesting. And then we'll get to your thought on Batman, but Bunda just dropped. Thank you, Bunda. So he survived because Batman watered down the kryptonite, LOL. That's how he inhaled it. Because it was mixed with water. All right, Bunda's trying. He's LOLing because he knows
it was less potent. Bro, that shit went in his lungs. It went into his bloodstream.
Back to Red Samurai. Thank you, Red Samurai, for your support tonight. You're almost there. Keep going. You're almost at 100. What was I going to say, though? What is your thought on Batman? So you said you were middle.
Yeah, I'm at a point right now where I'm just gonna go blank slate. I'm not hype, and I'm just off the train. I'm just gonna go in there as a viewer, and whatever you give me, you give me. I like Robert Pattinson as an actor because I've seen, like you said, that what was the name of it? What was the name of the movie? Good Time.
And he's done.
He's good in Lighthouse.
Yeah.
I seen him in Lighthouse. He was good in there. He was good in Good Time. And I'm like, okay, I see it. I definitely see. And I'm just hoping for the best, man. One of the best factors that Robert Pattinson can do, one thing that I am looking for, I'll give you, is I desperately, and you will appreciate this even more, Andy, as a true Batman fan, I desperately need to see Bruce Wayne portrayed properly and given respect on screen. I want to see him be a Bruce Wayne.
Detective Bruce Wayne.
See the contrast. Yes, I need that contrast Bruce Wayne to Batman. Too easily, they kind of blend into one another, but they're two different people, and I want to see Robert Pattinson's Bruce Wayne. I'll have my eye on it to see how he does more as Bruce Wayne. If he could be a good Bruce Wayne, I'll forgive him being a mediocre to weak Batman.
Fair, I see that, but I meant Detective Batman. He's gonna be Detective Batman, and then I guess you want more like this complete Playboy whatever version, just the complete total opposite, to make sure that different. I'm with you. So it'll be interesting to see. He can definitely pull that off. City of ZS people in there. Look, he's not a bad actor by any stretch of the imagination. Nope. He's young, and it'll be interesting to see him in the bulked up and stuff. But look, I like the car. I'm just down that it's something different. I like that he's taking some risks. Now, it could all blow up in Matt Reeves' face, and we'll be very critical of it, obviously. But good on him for at least trying to making a vision, sticking to it. I think that's how you got to do these things, just like Zack Snyder did it. Whether I liked it or not, I respect when a filmmaker comes in with a vision and tries. You know what I mean? And then Tony Robinson, why he wants to lick your beard, Jody? What do you think?
Go ahead. That's all you gonna lick? You promise? You promise, Tony? That's all I'm gonna get? Come on, man. Lick this hole, my dude.
This whole jeez. All right, before we end, there's so much to talk about, but we teased it. We already talked about Twitch, but I want to go to this. I wanted to talk about this Bob Iger taking a pay cut because I did tease it. What is with this? Why is this news? Like, I mean, sure, they should be doing this, heroes. But they're not fucking heroes. It's like, oh my God, good for you, you rich SOBs. We're taking pay cuts. Now, what's even more CEO Bob Chapek will take a 50% pay reduction. That's his salary. When these guys make money, the salary is not the money they make. They make it in their bonuses and all their other, there's 100 little.
I mean, those salaries are incredibly high, though.
Sure, but they're still making even more money beyond even just that. Sorry, I'm trying to make your feedback in there. They make the money even beyond just that with all their other sort of bonuses and shit. So, look, this is a weird non-story for me, but I can't stand how they're like making them look like heroes. It's like, no shit, you're gonna take a pay cut. You're not making any friggin' money. Like, who? Why would you? Let's look at this. Iger has been top executives, and he earned $47.5 million as CEO. Oh, so wait, he's not going to make $47.5 million right now when we're in a recession and quarantine. Wow, good for you. I hope. But what if he didn't save it, Jody? How's he going to live?
I know. That's still a substantial amount. What does it have that? What's that? 23.75?
Effective
23.75 million, something like that.
So his Chapek's base salary is $2.5 million with an annual target bonus of $7.5 million and an annual long-term incentive grant of $15 million. The 50% pay cut applies to his base salary, not to the $15 million of the bonuses. Notice that? So that's why this all Hollywood Reporter did get a little bit more nitty-gritty with it. It was like, so he's not going to make he's getting half of his $2.5 million salary. So guys, let's break that down. He's still making over $1 million salary. Excuse me?
$1.25 million.
For what? Why? Why does he need to do that this year? Now, look, the only thing I will give Disney credit for is they're paying their workers, right? They are paying the Disneyland, everyone's still getting paid. So it's hard for me to get too angry because I'm like, well, okay, you better be. But this idea that like, oh, we should. And then, so think about that. 50% pay cut. Only off the base salary of $2.5 million. And then Iger, same thing. He's taking 100% pay cut. And then
that's commendable.
Effective April 5th, so they'll get paid through March. So they're getting paid through this.
It's pretty good.
Network. All VPs will have their salaries reduced by 20%, SVPs by 25%, EVPs by and above all 30%. So look, yeah, of course they should do this. This isn't like a hero thing though. This is like a bottom line. Why are they making this a press release? Like, F you guys. Well,
they got to let them know. You got to let the world know that they're doing their part, man. I'll play devil's advocate on this one.
All right, please.
Bob Iger giving up $50 million, that's substantial, man. So I'm going to commend him. It's not like he needs it anyway. $50 million to him ain't really much of nothing, but he's did it. So I'll give him that. And the CEO, man, he's giving up $1.25 million. I see you, but that bonus makes me feel some type. You getting $15 million? You should have gave up that bonus and took that little $4 million with your. But him less so. He just got the job too, so he's thinking about the future. But Bob,
like, shit, I was just finally getting the money. My wife was already planning where to put all the furniture we were buying, and now I'm taking the pay cut. Oh, man, poor guy. I don't feel bad at all. He's rich.
Shout out to Marcos. Look at Marcos.
Yeah, man. I was just going to say, Marcos, thank you, man. Andy and Jody, just want to say, love your collabs together. Always watching and donating, bruh. Thank you, man. That was very generous of you.
Thanks, bro.
As we wrap up, I love it as this comes in. We're almost at 200 for the night. So, yeah, if a couple of you get there, we will do it. And then Double A, off topic, but almost a year since Jody's legendary Game of Thrones Season 8 reactions. By the end, I was looking forward to the reactions more than the show. I bet you those were fire.
Yes, they were.
Sorry, I wasn't there.
And I can't wait for Dance of Dragons to come. House of the Dragon. All the Game of Thrones spinoffs will be reacted to, discussed, all on Jody's. It's gonna be fun. Do you watch Game of Thrones, Andy?
Of course, I watched Game of Thrones.
Oh heck! Bro, next year's gonna be fired in. Me and you doing Game of Thrones content every week. Ooh.
I am down.
Ooh.
We're doing it. I'm on. I'm locked in. Locked and loaded, my man. So I was going to
say, are they cutting the salaries to save people jobs, right?
Well, that's what's...
I would think so.
Is this a PR stunt? Or like...
Both.
So, yeah, it's both, I guess is what I was about to say too. But it's like they're saying this to sort of save face because Bob Iger also probably still wants to run for president. Let's not ignore that that's clearly still on his deck of cards. So he can be like, well, look, when I gave up my base salary. I don't know, man. There's a lot of people who are taking pay cuts right now, and they don't have nearly the amount of money that these guys got. So, look.
I mean, they got bills too, though.
Exactly. I was saying, look, it's not like they haven't earned their money and they shouldn't get paid. But right now, they don't need to get paid, right? That's the problem. We're in a stuck spot like this. There's a point where it's like there's a greater good, and if you got the funds, you gotta back off and make sure the people who don't have the funds that are working for you, for you, right? Hold on, I just want to make clear. When you have the funds, like Jeff Bezos, granted, Amazon's still working. People are still delivering packages left and right. So he's not like losing workers. But it's like even Jeff Bezos, like, dude, my point is like some of these CEOs can afford to pay their employees and they're not. So that's where it's getting sketchy. So yes, good on you, Bob Iger, but like, duh, you better. You effing better, given how much money you made last year. You guys made a lot of freaking money last year. How many billions of box office? Sorry, but Jody, what were you going to say?
I'm going to say, like, if Bob Iger is doing this, $47 million, let's just round it up to $50 million. $50 million he's saying no to. And his new guy that he ushered in, Bob Chapek, is still taking $15 million bonus, and it was another amount that he was getting on top of that 15 that you mentioned, outside of his 2.5, $7.5 million target bonus, and the incentive grant. So he's still he's given up $1.25 million. So if we add up what he's going to make next year with all the stuff going through, that is $23.75 million he's still getting, and he's only giving up $1.25 million. I don't know, but for me, I think Bob Iger just made this fool look greedy and like a douche.
He did.
Bob Iger just said, my 50, I don't even need it. But the man that's in his spot now
who's
is
making
still taking all this money?
He's taking half of his money. It's true.
Oh, they're making him look bad. It's not a good look for Bob Chapek, bro.
It's true.
You're supposed to follow suit and give it up too, just so you could look in unison with what he's doing. This is bad optics.
He must have had the choice, right? And so you got to look at this is an interesting topic because it's like, all right, you're Mark Chapek, right? You got a family, you got bills. I'm sure your house is expensive. You got a lifestyle that the wife, the kids, they all, private securities, probably private schools. Look, right or wrong, I can't deny, like, they got a lifestyle fee that they got to obviously maintain for 6 months, which is way more than any of us are making, I'm sure, by any stretch of the imagination. So whether you agree, whether that's right or wrong, I understand that. They got to have food on the table because once this is over, they got to still do this job. And it's a job he's earned over the years and gotten. So I want to pile all that on. It's fair. But let's look that back. Your what's his name? Bob? Let's call him Bob because we go by first names here. The CEO's game. Bob,
Bobby.
You had the choice in this press release to just take, I don't know, 20%, 10%, 30%, but you went with 50. Wait, how much did he go? 50%.
He has three sources. He has 2.5 million, 7.5, and 15 million.
And he's got an annual. Yeah, exactly. So he's his base salary 2.5 with an annual target bonus, which, let's be honest, they're probably not going to make that target bonus, but still, and an annual long-term incentive grant of 15 million. So why couldn't he just said no, give up all my salary, and then hopefully he makes some bonus and he's got a 15. Well, no, but then don't even mention how the grant works. But the fact that Iger took 100% and then Bob didn't, you're right. This makes Bob look like a shit.
Yeah. Exactly. It doesn't make him look good, bro. It makes him look greedy and it makes him look like a douche. You got 15 million that's coming for show. That's 7.5 million. Let's say they don't make the target and that's just out of there. He could have just gave up the $15 million and took the full 2.5. But not only is he not even doing that, he's still taking half of his base annual salary. So he's still taking, you should have gave that up. Bro, this looks kind of greedy to me, bro. Like, if you really, and I'm only bringing this up because this is first year in. You're just got here. You're making impressions now.
Weird optics.
You have to show us what type of person you are,
and
what type of leader you're going to be.
Even if he took 100%, which would have what Bob did, it would have seemed better on paper. So you're absolutely right.
Yes,
when you catch
it would look better to shareholders.
It's weird because he absolutely had the chance to sort of, how much do you want to take, Bob? Unless someone made it. Well, he's the boss. He made that decision. But yeah, it's weird. That is super weird. But anyway, yes. Let's be positive. This is what people should be doing, taking cuts. I think they could have probably done even better. Let's be honest. At the same time, I got to give them respect.
I don't know. I think Bob Iger did enough, Andy. You don't think that's enough?
No, he's still going to get bonuses and he's got other little stuff.
Yeah, but $50 million. That's a lot of money.
Sure. Bob Iger did it well. He's running for president. He's clearly saving up his money and knows how to do it. Yeah. But I think these other ones, come on, they could be doing better. Because what are you guys doing? You're saving up your movies. Basically, there's no cost next year. Your costs are going to be down next year because you just saved up all your movies, lost them this year, and then next year. Well, great. We got a bunch more movies to make even more money next year. So they'll do well next year. You see
how effed up the bureaucratic patriarchy is? You see the lower down the totem pole you get, the more percentage they take out?
Yeah.
Ain't that effed up? Those people down there are doing more work than the people at the top. So true. And they're paying more out of their check. Bro, Bob, it's not a good look for you, my dude.
No, it's not. It's true. Well, the question I was going to get to, and if you guys want to trigger anything else really quick as we wrap up, who else should be taking cuts? In this economy we're in right now, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there.
Are we talking about Disney or
all over in Hollywood, anywhere? Like anything you think?
Naturally, I think Bill Gates is giving it up. Bezos, all those type of people are giving it up. I think that pay cuts across the board should come from politicians. I think politicians need to start giving up some of that coin, to be honest. Like let's look at the governor of New York, right? You know, he's been doing a really good job at being really candid with the people. All right, give up that salary. Yeah. You talking about bidding wars for ventilators and bidding wars for masks and all that. You still getting paid, my dude, and you talking about money that's needed for the government. If the governor, if these heads of these secretaries and all these people need to go ahead and take some pay cuts to give the states more money because the states are always broke. No matter what, the Fed got the money. They got the money to print the money. It's all good. They got unlimited amounts of money. They just are going to cut a $6 trillion bill. That's fine. They could do that. The states be broke as shit, bro. California is a broke state. All the states are broke. How you get them to freeze more money? take some pay cuts from these politicians, bro. They
I was going to say
take
it. Let's not. I don't know, because now we've gone in such a politic direction. But you're right. The other thing I was going to say is, how about let's not campaign in November. Let's figure out a way to
I don't think
drop the cost down if we're really going to go there. And
I don't think they are.
But they are. No, they totally are. We're not going to be stuck there to November. There's no way they're not going to try. They're not going to delay that election. And there's so much money. There's so much money that's thrown out. There's so much.
I think it's going to get delayed.
You think?
Bro.
I don't know. I think even in a quarantine. No, man, there's a lot of... Look, I get it's crazy in L.A.
How you going to vote? You going to make a new digital system up?
Dude, the election's a big deal. But my point is, there's a thing brewing here right now. It's happening here in Florida. This pastor got arrested. My boy, James Judge, my PR guy who helped me a lot.
Is that the dude that still had church for with 200-some people in there?
So this pastor decided to do a church service against them. And they're like, no, you can't. And so my buddy James has just been fighting. He's been talking because he leans the other way and he's just sort of, look, I get it, but at the same time, there's certain rights that we're now trampling on because church and state, yada yada. My point is there is a political war that's about to happen where it's you can't tell me not to go to church. What are you talking about? And so I don't want to get into the specifics of it, but it's here in Florida, and then we got a lot of guns, we got a lot of don't you dare take my church away. My point is this is going to get hot and heavy. In less than a month, the way things are going, I'm more scared of that, to be honest, because people can be even crazier especially down here in Florida with the guns and everything else. I'm locking up, getting my own whatever protection.
Everybody got a shotty.
But gun sales are sky high right now. But that but that's the thing. It's I argue with my buddy because I'm look. Religion, whatever, they're not stopping the religion. You can go do the religion. They're doing drive-through churches. They're doing digital services. No one's stopping you from having your service. But damn, you're not putting your friggin' service to risk everyone else's public safety. F that. If the schools are down, the churches are down too, in my opinion. So I think, that's where, but, not everyone agrees with that. And then it's well, wait, there's blah, 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 blah. There's this law and there's some Bill of Rights. Yeah. My point is this stuff gets going to get intense. And I'm going to give my plug. If you want to go hear a really fascinating debate, he got this lawyer on. They had a really back and forth fiery thing. But go check out the Judge Show on Facebook. I want to plug because he's a good buddy of mine. If you really want to hear some of that stuff and some Florida craziness, go check it out. And they talked about that pastor story in really good detail. It's fascinating to listen to. But the reason I bring it up is we're getting there is by November, dude, we can't be like this till November. Dude, the country won't let it happen, Jody. And there's a whole bunch of people now, which is crazy because there's a whole bunch. We should be doing this on Twitch because now I'm killing my YouTube stream. Should just pop on over to Twitch and get really into the full Bud Light because you can say it over there. But what was it, just to wrap it up? We're going to get in a dangerous spot, regardless, because now there's people well, it's not that bad, Jody. Who cares if some people die? Blah 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 blah. That's where we're turning and it's it's politicizing. Where it's I don't know what the answers are going to be. And then it's Trump's coming out saying the numbers are going to be the worst ever in the next week or so. So, dude, it's going to be messy. That is the truth. It's going to get messy. We'll see what happens, but I don't think we'll be shut down by November. And I don't think the world will let an election be delayed, especially with Trump in office, dude. There will be riots. And
there's never been nothing like this before in history.
So it's no joke what's happening. I understand why people are freaking out, but that let's not talk about that. Let's just keep distracted.
Who else gets? I said that the governor should take pay cuts, and some of these politicians. That's how it got there. Who else should get a pay cut? Where do you chop off? You definitely don't do it in the medical field. You don't. Who else is making gobs of money except for these high-end CEOs?
You could argue sports guys, even though they're not playing. The truth is, the sports. I hear there's contracts with all the sports people that they're allowed to cut their rates because they're not playing. There's there's small tiers in cases of emergency, sorry, and then we're in a national emergency. So, but there's actors, there's people like that. There's
Yeah, but no one's working. I just covered Jeremy Renner on Jody's Corner Live. Jeremy Renner's going back to court, trying to get
which costs money. You're right. Payments. That's cost money.
He's trying to get his child support payment reduced because he said he can't afford the $30,000 a month no more. He tried to get it reduced to $11,000 a month because of the coronavirus. Look
at this. I gotta call answer A. Andy has a channel now. I never knew this. Oh my God! First of all, thank you. If that's true, answer. I'm glad you found me. Please tell me how you found me. What finally, how did it trigger? But Jody, my God, when I see those, I get them every freaking day. Every freaking day, I work my ass off to be a titan on YouTube, as you've called me. can you imagine how frustrating that is? Can you imagine how frustrating to know I've been doing this for? I used to watch Screen Junkies when they first moved. Like, thank you, welcome. I'm not trying to be mad at you, Answer, but thank you. But it triggers me because it's like I've been here for over almost a year and a half. And how do I get the word out, man? Because I know there's other people like you that will come subscribe, man. Answer, join the family. Subscribe, join us on Twitch. Welcome. You're going to love it here. Subscribe to Jody. My God, but how frustrating is that, Jody? What am I got to do? And people wonder, why do you still talk about it? Why do you still talk about it? Because I get views on it, and I don't know how else to get the word out.
Hey, man, I don't know if you guys have a creator studio in Florida, but there's one here in Culver City. If it comes down to it, you got to go to the creator studio, meet somebody that knows algorithm stuff, and go in the back and suck his cock, bro. I mean, this is what it is. It's really got to that point, bro. You're going to have to give blowjobs for algorithm perks. Because did you see that video? I don't know if you saw that video that came out, I don't know, 6-7 months ago, maybe a year ago, where the woman head at YouTube was talking to a group of people and says, look, we need to get you up in the top. We're going to hook you up. We're going to give you good algorithm. We're going to make sure you get views. We're going to make sure you get subscribers. And they filmed her admitting it, telling these people that she's going to make their channel blow up. It's completely under their power. It's them that are burying channels, and it is them that are making channels skyrocket. They have the power, and that woman got exposed for doing it. It's on YouTube, too.
Yeah, I mean...
Somebody was filming her, talking about, we got to get you up there. We're going to get your exposure, going to get the algorithm up, get your subscribers up. Yeah, I can do it. I can get it done. And I'm like, oh, wow. And it just wasn't a huge thing. Like, it's not real big news about that, the terrible unfairness that is going on at YouTube, bro. But it's real, man. It's tough out here for people. It was us like us. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get our channel to get. I don't even want a perk. Don't perk me. I don't think you want a perk. Just be fair. Just make my channel 2 years ago was going through normal growth. I was averaging, I don't know, 3,000-4,000 subscribers a month, bro. And then they hit that stupid freaking PewDiePie. It's his fault. He ruined his shit for all of us, bro. Let's never forget that. He's the one that started it all. But anyway, whatever. They started to chop down at the algorithm, make continuous updates that killed and diminishes channels like Jody's Corner and now Popcorn Planet. It just they don't want channels like this promoted. They want to see bullshit. You know the typical bullshit. Jimmy Fallon,
is that a good clue? Is that a good pivot to then just try to introduce you to what's it called for a minute? Yeah. Let me take you over to the other one that shall not be named, Twitch.
Yeah, I was always open to the idea. A lot of my subscribers was telling me for the last couple of years, dude, try Twitch. But I'm like, is Twitch a cool place? Can you do YouTube content on Twitch? I thought it was just for gaming. And they said, no, there's this section where you could just party, or it's called just talking or something.
I was going to say, how much time do you got?
I got time.
I was going to say, let's just cut it because this is a perfect length. Let's not go crazy on this length because people will watch it. And I'm going to send you a link. We're going to go over to Twitch. Let's go over Twitch for a little bit. We don't have to stay too long, but you guys, now's the tease.
Do a test run.
Let's do a test run. Can we make Twitch work? I want to see how many people who are watching right now come join us on Twitch. And if it's gonna
watching right now,
if it's gonna work, because you guys stopped also streaming, supporting, so I might as well, if we're gonna do it, let's at least go do something interesting. I'm curious how many of you will come on over to Twitch. Because we're going to continue this conversation. We're going to get crazy. I'm going to see if I can get Jody to do karaoke. We're going to see what happens. But if you aren't following us on Twitch, go check out Twitch. So you go to twitch.tv /popcornplanet. Mods, can you start linking that up? Twitch.tv /popcornplanet. Go follow Popcorn Planet over on Twitch. Let's see if this Twitch can help make us F this algorithm and get it over there. Eric, unless you want, you can still send through the Cash App and stuff over there. Eric, Joseph, Jody, check out Float Plane by LMG. Okay. Thank you. Float Plane by LMG. Eric, I will check that out. All right, so send the link. Guys, I'm going to write it in here. Twitch. There's 200 of you watching right now. This is an experiment. You guys, come on. Let's blow it over there. Popcorn Planet. I will be there in a minute. All you have to do is sit in that homepage, hit follow. Wait, hold on. I got to do that again. That link didn't work. HTTP twitch.tv /pop. Thank you, kiddos. Popcorn Planet. Okay? You guys go on over there. Copy that link. Did I spell that wrong too? Shit. Last time. Everyone ignore the other links I've sent. Twitch with a T, right? It's with a T. Twitch.
Yeah.
.tv/.
TCH. Yeah.
Yeah. TCH/popcorn planet. All right. Start waiting over there. It's going to take me like a minute or two just to reset my stream links. Let's do it. Go follow. Let's see it because I'm like almost an hour. I got under an hour left until I meet my times, and I got to do 7 days in a row. But let's go on over there. Let's see if I'm going to do the same stream there. You don't have to leave, Jody. Just bear with me. And then I have the party line. I may try the party line. You guys can, and if Jody's got a split, it's all good. I might stay there for a little bit to see if we can buy some time. And you guys can call in. So if you're watching this taped, still come on over to Twitch, twitch.tv. I'm going to put it on screen right now, Jody. What do you think? Let's put this on.
Do it.
I'm going to put it on. Hold on. I'm going to go. I have to switch to this angle. Bam. Okay. Hold on. I don't know how to get him on there. There it is. There's Jody. Hold on. Let's make this big. Can I make this big? Oh, whatever. There it is. See on the bottom there? Oh, no, it's right here. Sorry. Twitch. He's small, but he's there. And then there it is. For the full episode, follow us on twitch.tv/popcornplanet. There it is. That sort of works. If you're watching this pre-taped afterwards, come on over to Twitch. I'm going to try it. We're trying Twitch experiments because YouTube, man, you're making it brutal for us creators. Why do you make the algorithm? Why do you kill our algorithm when we go live? Just keep it as a separate algorithm and treat the other ones as the other. It's asinine. So, all right. Thank you, Jody. Let's try this for a little bit. I'll be there. I'm going to hang with you guys. So check it out, twitch.tv. I saw how many of you were watching. Let's see how many of you come on over. I'm excited to see this experiment. We're going to keep this conversation, this party going. So go follow, go check. Let's all try Twitch and see, because if it works for me, Jody's coming down. We're gonna rock it over there and make a nice little place we can hang. So see you there in like let's say 5 minutes. Everyone go pee. 5 minutes. Start waiting over there on the Twitch stream. Boom! We're going to do this. We're making shit happen. And if those of you are watching after the fact, check out these other videos. Haha. 20 seconds of me looking at other videos. You can watch the other playlist. One of these is the other Change Our Minds playlist. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will be back over on twitch.tv/popcornplanet.